Okay, this would be episode 14 of the Necro-Schall base of 5 stuff. I'm standing down here by the trains with a handcrafting queue because we got to get this done. I'm feeling like the mix build is kind of, air quotes, kind of up to speed now. We don't have quite all of the trains we want. Like I said, I wanted 10 of each kind, and the copper has 8 and the iron has 9, and with 10 for each of these 4 parts of the mix build I would have one in the station, one in the immediate backup, and then that takes us to 8, so another 2 would just sit over here in this other station, not deciding where they're going yet. So let's set those up. Oh wait, they're over here. Yeah, we can still do this on the map. Iron train, one more iron train, yeah. That one wants to be an iron train because it's only got the 7 carriages, and then these 2 wanted to be copper trains. So just go and do a thing. And yeah, so we now have all the copper trains. Yeah, we now have all the trains the mix build wants, and this is all pretty good. These guys are hanging around in places where they can immediately get into these builds pretty quickly if they need to. I still don't think that guy has a stack insert, does it? Does it? Maybe that's not a ghost. It is a ghost. Okay, let's go and I've got one on me. I think this is probably what I crafted this for. So let's just go and put this thing over here while I remember it. Yeah, there we go. It in fact did not exist, and now it does. And this one is also just, yeah, these guys are not whatever. But the other problem with the mixed build is mostly it's not running. Happens to be running at the moment a bit. It'll run intermittently because I do not have enough gas. Yeah, so these tanks are already half empty again, and then this tank is nowhere near enough to replace it. It's just not bad, is it? Like, if I tripled the amount coming through here, that might actually keep up, which is interesting. The other thing is research is slow because I'm trying to do both purple and yellow science, and then I've got some labs with yellow over here and some labs with purple over here, because I just don't have enough stuff for either of those at the moment. So instead of that, what's something we can do with military and blue? We got some gun damage. Do we have laser damage? I'm up to the yellow stuff, so not yet, I guess. This is gonna take about 2,000 research. Okay, let's figure out how much of this do we actually have of military sitting around, because we got about 1,000 there, plus we got the stuff on the belt, plus we got productivity modules, so we're going to get, a chunk of the way through that, but it's not going to be good. Stone we don't really have, because I decided to put it on this train, because I think I would need it for military science instead, except this is all backed up because copper? Yeah, this line here, not taking copper, means that this overflow has nowhere to go, which means that all of this is backed up, which means not only is that stone backed up, all this iron is also backed up. And then the iron is also backed. Yeah, we need to find something for the base to do for a bit. Okay, yeah, so let's go back and just start manufacturing some more things. The nice bit about having this double-sided rail network disaster is you can just put a train anywhere and you'll be able to get to go where you want to. Yeah, other things that happened in between, I made some power armor. I've now got, this is doing what it should. Yeah, that was waiting for some other segment to clear, probably waiting for this intersection to clear. Sure. Okay, get out of this. Yeah, got some power armor. Got some legs, got some batteries. I don't think I make more solar panels. I think I put shields here, but because of Necromant stuff, I actually need chitin, which I do have a lot of, but let's get the base manufacturing some things, because I needed, all that handcrafting is done as it turns out. Yeah, I did need I did need to go and build some petrochem, and we're probably going to build it over here. Looks like there's space here, looks like there's already oil here. But before that, I wanted to get the base building some more stuff. And yeah, I think I said I was gonna empty out these red chips, and then didn't. But give me all of those, not because I want the red chips and blue science, but because I want to empty that out so that you guys can... I already have 3 modules on each. Okay, so that's going to be using most of those. Give me all of these. Somewhere, first of all, I don't want 1s anymore at all, and I guess you, as the only one sitting around here, are going to be tasked to making 3s? Sure, and you've already got a box to have a bunch of those, so that's... I don't think you... You know what, I think you could just go that way. Except that's not where they want to go, is it? It's these ones over here that want to do that. And then I also need some of those. Okay, so we're making module 3s, which is cool. Did I need... Like, stack inserters was the other thing that struck me, that I could just... Yeah, grab a bunch of these, put a bunch of these things in here, and just make more stack inserters. That will make more copper. These, I've made all of the red undergrounds that I can, probably. So let's... Yeah, okay, so we can still do all of that. Let's make... If we're swapping this junk backwards and forwards, I am going to need a lot of red undergrounds, so we'll just fill up this... Yeah, we'll just fill up this thing even more with yellow undergrounds, and then pivot those to red undergrounds later, because that's not a disaster of a plan. Have you... Okay, in that case, you can go to red splitters. Give me 2 of these stacks. In fact, give me 3 of these stacks. Why not have 3 stacks? Because we're going to get more when we upgrade them anyway. In fact, I wanted some, probably. Things getting destroyed? Oh, landmines getting destroyed. Yeah, it's completely fine. Yes, it's fine. So research is going again, which is cool. Did I have... Yeah, and then there's just a lot of junk over here that I kind of don't necessarily need. Yeah, I don't even think I'd bother sorting this out now, with the exception of gears and I guess these things, which are going to be more useful somewhere else, specifically over... In fact, what I should do is have this guy set to these things, so that if I upgrade plan anything, all the 2s will end up here and then get fed back in. So that's nice. These guys are blocked on all their stuff again, because that's a cool trick. Do I have a lot more red chips in here then? I do have a lot more red chips in here. In that case, that should... I guess because all the blue science isn't running, so these ones are usually expecting red chips taken off the line. But that should cut into the number of red chips that we need to see. Which is going to help unblock things. I guess the red chips go in here, because this is also where... And then I've got, yeah, so much just junk. Yeah, because it was an episode about fixing petrochem, wasn't it? That's of course what's going on here. Building solar panels would also be a good way of using up some copper. But whatever. Just get things out of my inventory. I don't have any inserters now, I just gave away all my inserters. Okay, shall we... Yeah, let's also... Okay, I don't actually have any of those at the moment. I've only got these tier 3 ones, which I don't really want to be making laser turrets at the rate of tier 3s. But I guess I am. I guess that's what's happening now. Yeah, I think... Does it actually matter? I don't think it matters, because the thing I'm going to go build is petrochem. So that's fine. The thing we're going to do first, not because we actually need the extra capacity, but because I want to prod mod them harder, is we're going to upgrade all of that stuff. We've got a couple of... Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of prod mods at the moment, do we? I reckon you two can... Oh no, I'm making prod mods on the mix build, so whatever, that can all stay. Oh, you guys, yeah, you guys, because you're because you're special. Yeah, we got to do this kind of nonsense. So that's exciting, isn't it? Let's at least get these ones done. Yeah, this is more of the productivity bonus I want. I don't even need this many of them yet. But we want as much free stuff as we can. Free stuff is important. Then I'm short on furnaces. Am I short on furnaces because steel? Yes. Oh, this was the other thing I was going to change around here, wasn't it? I have splitters. I no longer have belt, but whatever. Yeah, it struck me that if I take this underground like here, then I can have something like this. And this if it goes left, means that, and then I flip these guys around, this steel build is now still prioritizing into all of this blue science and these robot frames, but any excess steel will also help support will also top up for the mix build, and the mix build will still take priority, so that's nice. I'm seeing purple science on the same side of the build as intermediates, and I want it on the inside, so I guess we just do all of this, and then we figure out which way it should have been, and I guess if it's going on the inside, it's going there, isn't it? Yeah, I probably should have kept one of those, but whatever. Yeah, so if we reorganize all of this, this is a good thing to be spending time doing while the mix build is out of stuff, isn't it? So this is going to be taking from the far belt, whatever, everything is sushi'd, it's fine. Things will be going on the inside of the belt, and then rolling down here, so that's fine. This is, yeah, that's also, I've still got drone frames. I've still got a bunch of stuff I don't need. I've got laser turrets and steel as well. Didn't actually get rid of all of them. Okay, let's wander over here and get rid of like batteries and steel and stuff. And then the other thing I want to do was run down here, and I gave away all my steel and all my red chips, didn't I? I did. Because I want to visit, first of all, you have some more wood, even though you've got a bit of wood. You've got actual chitin in these. And then you've still got quite a bit to do. I think I only needed 40. Yeah, 40, and then these take a lot more chitin. I can't get those yet. I do have the battery 2s. And I need blue chips and LDS. I have some amount of blue chips and LDS. If I could make a lot more batteries, yeah, that might be a thing that we do. I only need 40 chitin though, so I've actually got, yeah, let's 5. Yeah, we'll do that. And then, yeah, the other thing that none of these are actually banked up, and that's all, okay, this is all like worm stuff, which is a bit of a shame. These things on the end of the belt are going to annoy me, so the way we're going to deal with that is increase productivity I don't need, realize that I don't actually have the assembler 2s in storage anymore, because I decided to convert them all to assembler 3s, so that's cool. And also, if I've got all this stuff set up, I may as well have more of these as well, because, you know, why not? And then, yeah, these things on the end of the belts here are going to be the things that just sort of slightly niggle at me, even though the thing I really should be doing is actually building a whole lot more petrochem, but we're not doing that yet, apparently. Yeah, this actually does want, I think here, yeah, we're going to circuit condition some of this stuff. Like, this one probably doesn't want to run if there are more than, well, only wants to run if there are less than, say, 5, I guess, of these things. So this is currently disabled, which means that this guy will chew through everything that's in storage before this one produces any more. But then this one, am I out of I'm out of circuit wires. That is not what I expected. Gonna have to get some more copper and make some more circuit wires. Handcrafting 47, sure. Yeah, this one, where is it? Here. Wants to run if I did connect this to the right box, didn't I? It's connected to some boxes, disabled by some control behavior. Thing less than, let's say, 20. I won't need a huge amount of those at the moment. But then this guy's also just... Where's my iron coming from? Have I at least unblocked that? The answer is no, because the copper is not really flowing yet. Sure. I think... Could I do this? Whatever. We'll hopefully it'll sort itself out, because I am at least using copper now. These guys aren't doing anything with their copper because they're not, and I've also just run out of military science, so that's cool. I think I did in fact see some walls in here, so you guys can just, I guess, keep on with that, and that'll be partly useful. I also have a giant pile of, okay, maybe not a giant pile of stone over here, but I've got some stone over here, which I can handcraft another 150 walls. Sure, let's pretend that's a good idea. Because I also wanted to do more handcrafting at the same time, didn't I? I wanted to make a couple of these guys, 2 of these guys, and then actually a lot of batteries. Because the thing about this setup is this number of solar panels is not a good number for sustaining 2 pairs of legs. And the legs are what's going to keep us alive while we're doing combat, because we're going to be dodging stuff. So we'll effectively be battery tanking, in the sense that this little battery charge down here on our suit will be our health bar. Because when we run out of battery charge, the legs will stop working, the shields will stop recharging, and we will die. So I think I want to upgrade all the batteries as well. I needed steel. Oh, and I also wanted to make beacons, didn't I? Yeah, give me all of this. Give me all of that. Where... I can actually make them right here, can't I? Do I want to... I guess I do. Why are you not... Oh, you're still not getting any, because you're not getting... Yeah, sure. Cool, that's a good trick. And it's still because the iron is blocked. Okay, fine. I guess I wasn't planning on doing this ugly pivot too much more, but I guess we are, and I've got a lot of iron in that, so whatever. Yeah, I mean, I've already finished all of the other... Yeah, 34. If I want 4 of these, I'm going to need another 36 batteries. So I guess start on that, and then I need to make another 2. Yeah, so that's all of the personal batteries we need to make all of that stuff. Beacons was the other thing I was going to make, because we kind of need that to... Am I just making... How many of these do I made 3 stacks of those. Okay, sure, whatever. If I run out of those, we can deal with that again later. Yeah, so I need a box here. I need one of these things here and here. This box can have all the steel. It can have whatever else from my inventory. I don't really mind. I need a lot more LDS from somewhere. I think those were only ever temporary. Sure, whatever. You can have these as well. Then red chips. Oh yeah, this is the thing I was going to do with red chips. Like this whole pile of red chips here. I can pretty happily take all of these, because I'm getting more red chips. I don't need a whole lot of red chips, other than for stuff like this. I do have more of those boxes now, which means steel I don't have because I don't have the iron. Great. But other than that, what rates do you need things? You need a stack of steel for every stack of red chips you have. So currently you're going to be short on steel, which is kind of okay, but we should have increased the copper draw at this point, because even if these guys aren't running, this guy's taking green chips, this guy's taking coils, all of this stuff is working again, so hopefully we're getting some amount of stuff through. But the main thing I wanted to do was, oh yeah, these guys need to move. In fact, you just unlimit, because you're now blocked by how many inputs I've given you rather than anything else. Yeah, we've done all the handcrafting. Give me one of these. Do I have? I do have these undergrounds. I got a couple of speed motors, yeah. So now I think, I'm hoping this is something I don't care about. It's something I don't care about. Over here. Yeah, so I've still got a decent amount of oil. I've only got a small amount of flamethrower fuel, whatever, give me that. If I'm planning on getting beacons in here, which I can, I guess first of all, yeah, this pattern here, we want to do this, and this will let us get beacons closer. Because the other thing I was considering doing was just putting undergrounds in here. In fact, I can kind of demo this right now. Is that if I put undergrounds in there, whereas I had one beacon, I was also going to craft the shields, and I didn't. I've got the chitin to craft the shields, and I haven't. We'll deal with that later as well, after I've figured out where the beacon is in my inventory. I'm sure I took the beacon. Okay, let's do this the other way. Beacons, okay, I did not take the beacon, yeah. If I put the beacon here, where it fits between these undergrounds, then I only hit 2 of the refineries, and I would rather be able to hit 3 of the refineries, but to do that I need to bump it back a tile, and which means that this outside row of water needs to all disappear, which is why it's now, yeah, supplied by, yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, which is now where we've got these underground supplying the water, so that's fine. And then we also need to do, here, it's not here, is it? It's back. I want the beacons that I don't have to be about there. So I actually need to go pretty much like this. Yeah, and then, yeah, the reason I thought I picked up the beacon, and the reason I wanted to pick up the beacon is because then I can actually put it somewhere and put prod mods in it, and wait, so where did that beacon go? Because I'm sure it made a beacon. Oh, it's putting the beacons over here. Silly. I mean, I do want beacons over there, yes. I'm not in a position to do anything with them yet, but I think I just, like, have this guy bring back these beacons because I do not have the gas or the inputs to be dealing with them yet. So all those beacons should come back into storage, and then beacons getting made over here. Yeah, I think I attempted to grab the beacon and then failed to grab the beacon because a bot had taken it, I guess. Yeah, I wonder over here. Yeah, so we're running around a little faster because we've got these legs. We're almost done with the handcrafting of... That's where I want that. Almost done with the handcrafting of the batteries. I'm going to handcraft some shields at some point as well. Let's also prod mod all of these guys, because now I should be able to take this and put it here. Yeah. And so the nice thing about part of this plan is that one, yeah, that one's not going to ever get anything done, is it? Is that refineries are, you know, basically 6 tiles wide. Once you've got this gap, this power pole between them, which happens to be the same distance as this tiling, so that's nice. So we can have these beacons in here, and we should have a lot more A, power grid use, and B, gas out. Part of the issue with that, I haven't picked up too much junk. Part of the issue with that, I've got all the walls that the military science wants. Let's go and do that as well. While I also remember to get steel and red chips. Red chips. Give me some red chips. Do I have... Where is steel? Is steel... Yeah, steel is... Okay, I guess I'm stealing steel from beacons. Complain. Make 2 of these shields. Yeah, and then you just have back whatever. I was going over here to give wall to the military science, yes. Sure. Okay, yeah, because this is not great. We need to stop doing military science for a while. I mean, we're nearly done with bullet damage 5, not that we were hugely using that anyway. But what else? things that use purple but not blue, which are kind of weird, but whatever. But we're kind of out of useful techs. I guess we can go back into doing some kind of purple tech, which is, I mean, apparently I've already chosen mining productivity because I've started on that. Like, the bot network would have been strictly more useful, but that's apparently not what I'm doing, so whatever. And yeah, look at this. All of this is, you know, I've got some useful amount of not much of the science, but whatever. These guys, oh yeah, these guys are short on bricks. How many walls has this guy made? 2.9 thousand. Yeah, enough of that for now. Very useful, but I'm gonna need that brick. And actually, how much landfill? Over here, wasn't I? I was still making landfill. Yeah, this is also the reason why I was kind of short on that stuff. And there's like 900 landfill, not a huge amount. I think that has to stay. Okay, so in this thing, let's get 3 of these out. Let's put both of those in, and then let's the LDS I don't have. The LDS I don't have because yeah, because it's kind of coming off the mixed build and depends on the plastic. Yeah, so we're just going to cut blue science for a while, basically. Yeah. Do I... Oh, yeah, because there was other things I wanted to do over here as well, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is going to... Yeah, this is going to back up the light oil. And so I think one of the things to happen is we're just going to straight up crack more light oil. And not off a chain signal like this. We're just going to have more light oil cracking here that will just always run. Always run, he said, running over train tracks. But I think we can do that pretty easily. Like, I think this is just going to be... I mean, because I've got water here as well. So I can just do, like... I mean, I can even part beacon some of that. But the thing... I think I want it to run this... Is that going to be... None of that's particularly convenient, is it? Okay, we're going to throw it there. Actually, I have these, don't I? I don't know if bots have those at all. Because this can be how we get the extra gas in. There, I guess. Let's give these guys a prod mod each as well for productivity, and then these guys can just get speed beacons. I probably will need, how many of these do I have? 8. I think that the correct ratio for these is 1 to 4. But as in for every refinery, you need, for every 4 refineries, you need 1 heavy cracking. That's to have no extra heavy oil. But the thing is, these are also running on 45% efficiency, sure, and 12% productivity. Yeah, these guys are, those beacons are doing good work. So I think we're going to make this slightly faster, and I think we're going to get slightly more heavy oil out of it, more light oil out of it. That's going to be, that's actually more than I wanted. I just wanted to do like this. Yeah, sure. So these guys are creating space. These guys are... Yeah, we can have... This means that the light oil needs to kind of arrive from behind, I guess. Like, the way I've done this is, I guess the light oil is coming in from over here, which we can do because we've got the other loop around here, which is also, you know, not too much of an awful disaster, but a fair amount of awful disaster. Because, yeah, we were supposed to be building the other petrochem today, but we're building this petrochem instead. How am I guess we're just going... Not there. Yeah, that's going to work, isn't it? That'll be fine. So these things are going to have light oil in them. These guys will... These ones will always run in a manner I don't super care about limiting, because they're just always going to need to get work done. And then if I have a light oil surplus, these guys will also run, but only run on a light oil surplus, which hopefully means these guys that are running at some of them, a lot of these through the middle are at plus 45% crafting speed, but that should get us a lot more gas out. So I still needed the LDS. I've got the blue chips, I've got a lot of batteries. I didn't take out all the... I've got one battery still in my suit. And then I need LDS to make the personal battery 2s? Yes. And this will basically just extend my health bar because it will give me more time with charge with which to be running around. And I don't have... Oh, that one. That was silly. But I can actually also already make 3 of them, and then I need like another 4 low density structures, which are some of them over here. Yeah, that's going to be actually enough. Yeah, so now if I throw in these personal battery 2s, I can take out the personal battery 1s, and we've just killed our charge because this thing wasn't charged, but whatever. And then this is going to be the 4th battery we want, and we will have the suit of armor we want to go and mess up some guys, which is cool because combat is still a thing. I've just neglected it for a while, but it looks kind of like this and is mostly fine. Yeah, sure. These guys still have everything they want. Sure. Yeah. So this base I reckon is still too close, needs to go, and so is that one. But I still first. Yeah, this is what I want to happen with these trains. Like these 3 trains here don't even know which of their stations they're going to next, but the first one of these to empty, which is probably going to be this one, this next train will pull in, and then one of these trains in parking will just allocate itself to this particular row. So that's all doing what it should, except there's not nearly enough smelting here because I don't have... Oh, I do actually have plastic at this point. That's unexpected. I was expecting everything to just be worse. Okay, whatever. I mean, there's a decent chance that this increased speed and this increased cracking also just solves my gas problem, and doesn't look like it's creating me a 23. Maybe it is creating me a crude oil problem. Whatever. This is, yeah, we're still going to go and do another train like this. And by another train like this, I mean we're going to do an entire new petrochem build down here. But for that, one of the things I'm going to need, because we're flying Roboport stuff in from the mall, is just like a lot more Roboport support all the way down the side of this lake, because the bots are going to be flying backwards and forwards. In fact, I probably only need one of these here, because the Roboports connect from a lot further away than the power lines do. Yeah, so if I'm lining these up according to power poles, which I am, because that's how I'm getting... That's not really how I'm getting power down there. I've also got all of like this line. Although this is going to be a nice way that will allow me to get rid of the other small power pole line. But this means that was already part of... Yeah, this is already part of the network. We're just bridging this bit so that bots flying from the mall to where we're building the petrochem have kind of a spine of Roboport networks that they can rely on to charge as they go. Where is the last one? Last one's over here? One there. Do you guys connect? Oh, you're connecting there already, okay. In that case, we can just go like here or something, and then one of these like here, and then just continue down like this or something. There's some water somewhere in a somewhat annoying way, and yeah, then we're all the way down here, which is where we're going to build the petrochem. So let's go and do that. The bots have pipes. I have all of these things, which is fine. We're going to let that train go past and then put this one here. We're going to probably run out of wood. Do I have everything I need? I do not have tanks, but the bots have tanks? Question mark. Let's presume the bots have tanks and just deal with consequences of that later. I think, for reasons, I mean, maybe I split the rail off down here, but unlikely. I kind of want to put... Let's just go and build petrochem first. We'll deal with figuring how trains get in later on. We're just going to go and build some petrochem. Yeah, we can put some of these things here like so, and when this one goes in, which the bot's going to be doing, we'll get some more stuff. Where is... Yeah, this space here is basically where I want stuff, which means all of... Let's just, like, break everything temporarily. Yeah, this looks like... Let's presume that this is going to be enough space to build another petrochem thing, which it probably will be, because we're likely to be beaconing stuff. This is... Oh wait, because I've not actually got anywhere near the number of pump jacks that this thing can actually support, so that's nice. Let's also test whether or not bots have tanks by putting one here. Sure. Okay. So there's a slightly different layout for petrochem that I've previously used. Is this all? Yeah, this is now a decent like a decent Roboport spine down to where we're going to be building the petrochem. There's a... Oh, they don't have Roboport coverage. That's a fairly important thing to add. There we go. Now all of these and bots are not complaining about not having pump jacks, so that's fine. Yeah, slightly different layout of refinery that I've previously toyed with, which is somewhat better for beacons, and I don't have underground pipes. I guess we're just going to queue those from somewhere. And that layout is... Yeah, if I do this and then like that, and then this allows me to have beacons, which I don't have. In fact, I should just be able to control C some of the speed beacons over by this petrochem at this point, right? First of all, are all these refineries running? Yes, that's pretty cool. These guys are all running. These things are actually also running. Light oil is reducing in size, which is good. This is pretty stable. That's also pretty stable, and looks like we are in fact getting more gas out, so that's nice. Yeah, I was over there to copy a beacon, wasn't I? Because I wanted a beacon with speed modules in it. So this lets me put a lot more beacons around the place. And then this tiles like... kind of like so. Where do I want this? I think I want this lined up. I think I want to leave a bit of a gap around the coast to be able to drive past. And then I think... Yeah, because the thing about this is this will tile in two directions. It will tile... Where are we're gonna start this, like here? Sure. Except this actually has... This has a gap of 2 between it, doesn't it? Yeah, but that's fine because... It's actually not fine. These beacons are no longer lined up. They are lined up for having 1 space between them. But I can still have them... like here. Yeah, like that. If I line these things up like this... This already might be more beacons than I need. In fact, let's just pretend that we don't need all those beacons, because this thing, this kind of pattern, other than the fact that the beacons are now not aligned, will let me actually tile in multiple directions, which is a thing that I like. So we're going to get rid of some of those beacons and pretend we don't need all those beacons. I actually need more power poles, don't we? So let's take this thing. Actually, not there either. Here? At the front of these things? That's not going to fit either, is it? Sure, whatever. We'll do that. and then we'll put all of these power poles in here. And this is now a nice, happy tiling thing for which bots do not have the refineries and chem plants they need, but now they do. And did I make the last battery? I've made all those batteries. Cool. We can just slap those batteries in, and now this will be, you know, kind of decent for a while. This will be our... yeah, this is going to be the setup we want. He claims. So we can throw that in there. This is all nicely within the Roboport range and is fine. And yeah, so I can extend this in 2 directions. Beacons hit a decent number of these things. I can get in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can get 8 beacons on each refinery if I want to, but it also tiles kind of nicely. And then this network actually isn't doing anything, is it? This oil network isn't doing anything other than providing oil down here, which I kind of need to do differently from a train anyway, so I reckon I just do the high risk maneuver of... okay, first of all, yeah, so... bring me speed beacons, please. I need 1, 2, 3, actually I only need 3 beacons worth of speed modules to get the rest of those guys done. Yeah, and then we can line this kind of stuff up. I don't imagine being in here needing to do more of this very often anyway, so I don't really mind making a mess of this bit. But yeah, all of that will connect all these guys up. Then this heavy oil thing here is actually the heavy oil that do I have? Oh yeah, bots do have tanks. That's nice. So am I just doing? Not there. It's going to be here, right? Am I just doing this kind of disaster? I think I am, and then I think we just let the system drain, and then we put back light oil later. You guys need to bring me. Yeah, so that there isn't a tank down here either, is there? No, there's just a bunch of crude in the pipes. I'll let these flamethrowers use up that crude. At some point later, I'll flush it out and put light oil back. And this is all kind of a high risk play because that ammunition is no longer being automatically fueled. But we want to get this in here. So that's how that wants to work, which is cool. I didn't prod mod these, which is kind of necessary. And yeah, I also don't mind like massively over provisioning the petrochem, because all of this is just going to get cracked down to gas, because I'm going to need a lot of gas. Actually, one of the things I haven't done is figured out how am I getting rail in through here? Am I getting rail? I don't really want to bring rail over here because this is all tied into the parking for that mining and kind of nothing else happens over here. Whereas if I have another intersection, not there, like here, yeah, sure, let's just quickly bulldoze our way down here with this other train line that we can connect up here with an intersection later. And I do actually want to take it over to the side, don't I? Because I need to have more space to put stations somewhere here. So that's going to be a bit of a mess, but whatever. This can start. These guys don't have... And I've got a hodgepodge of beacons that I kind of don't care about. Mostly it's just making sure that I've got all the space for where beacons are going to go later. Because I could even beacon these pump jacks. but I have not. Okay, these guys brought me speed modules, so I could put the speed modules in there. Then offshore pumps, I don't remember if I have, but I'm pretty sure the bots have. But let's pretend that we're going to extend this by... Actually, let's not. I was contemplating... This guy's actually destroying a wall now? Okay. Good on you, I guess. And getting better at things? Yeah, because I don't... Which, if I am later extending this, am I kind of want to extend this up. Let's do it that way so things all tile properly. Yeah. This leaves kind of enough space, I guess. And then I guess the road is through here because, yeah, like the access way, because this is now this random piece of junk on the ground. Yeah, because now I could have actually had bots pick that up and put it in the right place. Because there's still kind of enough space to drive through, and I guess I could extend this out to the left if I wanted to, which means I guess I'm putting stations down here, which I'm also kind of fine with. Sure, let's get... I'm pretty sure bots have offshore pumps, because I did the things like that with them. So let's do stuff like that. And then all of these things should get made. These things should make products. Fluid ingredient shortage. That still doesn't have the water. That's fine. Okay, let's figure out some cracking as well, because that's also going to be a necessary thing. Like, all of this is just going to get cracked. Do I want... I think I might want... Like, this is cracking that will all end up heavily beaconed when I get around to doing that thing. So let's just have a completely different water supply down here. And let's also take... Is this necessary? No. Is it good? Possibly objectively bad, but we're going to do that. And then... Yes, these guys are all running their stuff, which is great. They're all beaconed, they're all going nice and fast. This is going to give us a lot of products. And so we want a train station, we want some cracking. This space I kind of want to leave free. But the other thing I actually need, which I guess if I'm expanding to the left, then I should do... No, we're still gonna... Okay. Let's kind of expand, but not really expand, because this is going to give us all the fluid connections we want, and then we can drop in everything else later, because this here is actually where the gas comes out. Things with both directions. Yeah, so this is going to be where the gas comes out. Pump this stuff out of this is going to... it's not actually going to connect on the other side, sure, whatever. Yeah, pump all the gas out. These things here are also going to be, like, here is the heavy oil. I think the other thing I like about this is the way that... I think this is actually at maximal connection distance. Yeah, it is. So that's nice. So we need this kind of cracking. We then need the other kind of connectivity here. Can I take... Yeah, this looks like it's going to be pretty bad. This is the heavy oil, yes. Okay, so I gave away all my chem plants. Actually, we're not going to do that anyway. We're going to just copy and paste things, because copy and pasting is how things work, isn't it? 2 and 1, yeah, sure. Let's grab... I think I'm doing the other setup for this that I want to be able to beacon, though, for which I have a slightly different layout. And we're apparently getting in the way of the trees, which is also fine. Yeah, so if I do this, and then I do here is the space where this leaves enough space for a beacon. But then if I offset them like this, then I get kind of one of these fluid parts. Yeah, one of these interchanges does water and the other does heavy oil, and that's kind of nice. And then this one is already lined up with the heavy oil, so this other one here needs to join me some water. And that heavy oil I don't think I'm actually doing anything with, am I? Unless I put another one of these. Do I want to put another one of these here? Why not? It's not really going to be that much of an issue, is it? Okay, so this is all nicely beaconable. You actually don't have a heavy oil connection, do you? You need to go there, and then that was actually silly, because if beacons are going here, I kind of need to be able to power those beacons. Where? There? Sure. Okay. So we think they're pretty good now, because these things should get the water connected. These things should then, they need their outputs, but other than that... And yeah, the nice thing about this pattern is I can also just straight up take this pattern and put it... If I leave a gap of 3, then I can beacon this on both sides, right? That's how that works. So let's do more light oil cracking, because I'm gonna need more light oil cracking because I'm getting more heavy oil out. So let's change all these recipes, change these to light oil, plug these things in separately again. So like here is, he said removing one of the undergrounds that was necessary. So that's the water connection, which will now connect to all of those things. This is a gas line out. This is a light oil line out. In fact, both of these things are light oil lines out. So let's plug these things in. And then also pump out of this. Yeah, let's pump out of this. Because we want to make sure that these guys get all the light oil that they can. So we're pumping this gas out, aren't we? Yes, and everything is full. We're currently blocked on light oil, which is completely unsurprising. Actually, am I? Everything is only just inside Roboport range, so I guess we throw another one of these guys over here. Yeah, that's a decent spot, isn't it? So now we've got Roboport coverage again. Connect all of this stuff up. All of these guys are kind of already full because we've run out of, yeah, we've run down the heavy oil and cracked it all to light oil, which is intended. Actually, for this, I guess I'm getting fewer beacons on these than I am on these, so I don't really mind these ratios just being all over the place, but whatever. Yeah, this is a lot of mess on the ground that I'm gonna have to go and, yeah, we're gonna go do that next, I think, after we get this sorted out. So we've got this. So that's our gas output. We need to connect this line here to the light oil. Yeah, sure. So here, did I actually pump? I didn't pump out of this heavy oil, but I also don't think I care because it's just immediately going here anyway, so whatever. But we're pumping out of that light oil. We're pumping out here. I think we're also going to pump out... Well, here's the light. I guess we can pump this way, sure. And then... Wait, what did that connect to? This connected to something else, which is a bit of a not great decision, but whatever. I think that means I pull this back one, just so that I never have to worry about. Okay, so I would have to pull that back to never worry about accidentally lining up with some other pipes, which is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. You have pump. You have power pole. Yeah, so now we're pumping this gas out. We're pumping this gas out. We need a train station, I guess, here. So I have a gas train station already. It's this one. There's actually quite a lot of junk to clear out from around the station, isn't there? Like a lot of junk to clear out from around the station, but whatever. Down here, I guess. Yeah, except even the tanks are kind of on the wrong side, aren't they? Okay, I guess we just like clear out a lot of this stuff. Like this all wants to go. This wants to disappear. These even basically the only thing I wanted to keep were the pumps and tanks. All of that was made significantly more complicated than it needed to be. Never mind. And then these guys also want to be like here or something, don't they? Yeah, that's going to work. And then gas here, gas here. Do I want to move this up a bit? I reckon I can afford to move this up a bit. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put this. I guess. Oh yeah, this whole line here is about to disappear, isn't it? So I can basically ignore this for purposes of figuring out where this train station goes. So we're gonna do that. For reasons we're gonna have more of that here. That actually means that this pump doesn't need to go there. This pump can actually go, like, here is actually a fantastic spot for this pump. Because if I'm going to line the beacons up with these things, because having these things with a gap between them is slightly suboptimal for beacons, but whatever, not a matter that I care about. So that's going to pump into here, which is going to be fine. This one is going to pump into... I mean, probably I should also have pumps into the tanks. That's usually a good way that things work. That's going to be... I'm going to be annoyed at how close that is to the beacon, so we're not going to do that. We're going to do... that? Is that a thing I'm going to be happier about? Sure. Yeah, that other line is disappearing soon anyway, so whatever. Yeah, so we're gonna have another train station. This is going to be the gas train station. But I did want to arrange these things differently because. Yeah, if you guys could put these tanks down so I can actually set some stuff up, that'd be cool. A thing I decided that I wanted to do was run these trains slightly differently, because I've got only one station here, as it turns out, which is pretty funny. Why are you guys all just... yeah, you guys are all just running now. Okay, sure, I guess that's good. Tech is kind of running. These guys are doing stuff slowly. These guys are waiting on steel? Not steel. These guys are waiting on prod mods because I never actually automated this prod mod feed. Okay, so how much... but I also don't have yellow science building up because I'm just making yellow science that much slower, whatever. So that's also not a thing we need to worry about yet, yeah. So do I have... I do have these guys. Do I need... I don't think I do. So we're not going to do that. And then we'll have multiple fluid wagons here. One of these guys going this way. And yeah, maybe I should actually fuel this train as well. That sounds like a decent idea. So let's get... where though? If I take this one back, then I can also... I mean, I could have run it here as well, but whatever. Let's have a chem plant like here. Here, sure. Yeah, let's run it. Let's instead do that back the way it was. Set that at maximal distance. Put this here. Have this be solid fuel from light oil. And then realize I don't have the normal ass inserters, so we're just going to use fancy inserters. And then this can fuel this train and also fuel this train, and then I just need some belt, for which this guy is actually slightly in the wrong place, but whatever. It would help if the belt went in the correct direction as well. Yes, that's fine, isn't it? That's completely normal. Do these... Yeah, we'll link that stuff up like that. So now we've got some solid fuel here. We've got all this cracking happening. We are blocked on... We're not blocked on gas. We're blocked on light oil. Because light oil here is full because... Yeah, okay, so everything... Yeah, whatever. It's all fine. Sure. These guys are filling up. Oh wait, this train here is actually not a train I wanted to exist for reasons. I was actually going to be doing something slightly differently with the way this station worked. So I think I just set you to manual and then go back and catch you later. Yeah, because the thing I wanted to do, and I think I'm going to refit some of the wall trains to kind of this mechanism as well, is tie this to a tank and say this train station is only enabled if I have gas of more than, say, and I think in this case it's going to be 13,000. Because if I have 13,000 in this tank, that means I have 26,000 in two tanks, which will be enough to completely fill a train. And are you still waiting? And in that case, that means that there's enough here for a train to just turn up and pick stuff up, which is cool. Then I want to do the same for the other train station. Are you just heading off that way? I think you are, aren't you? I think that's... I could do a little land... No, I can't do a little land bridge here because this opens up here. I don't know what I'm doing with that. Maybe I'll do something with that later. Whatever. We're going to do another different kind of intersection because of course we are. Sure. Apparently things are never quite that straightforward, because of course they're not. Yeah, so if we do that, and then this may as well be, yeah, this may as well be just the whole thing. That is your train station. And then let's make sure that everyone has the segments they need. So that's fine. So yeah, so we've got a train here, and this actually still wanted to be, like I was going to use the same schedule. Full cargo inventory and 10 seconds, mixed gas, empty cargo inventory. This thing is still petrogas, so that works. And then, yeah, we're going to have to, because there's already a train where we want to go. Except I also can't automatically drive there? Why not? I should be able to. Oh yeah, because this never actually got fixed. Okay, yeah, so now we're actually completely fine to just drive down here manually. Didn't actually get around to building. I guess we're out of roboport range here. No, they're just taking a while to turn up. Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll do this drive ourselves because we've got to put some more undergrounds in. I do at least have undergrounds, which is nice. So we can just turn up here and like not back up that far because I don't know how far we want to go. But let's just break all of this for the moment because we've got to figure out. I mean, I say we've got to figure out. We're just going to slap in an intersection because that's how this works. Like so. Don't have grenades with me, but these bots are going to take care of the trees pretty quickly. So we want to go over there. Is that a spot that this actually fits? No. Cool. Is here a spot that fits? Yes. Okay. So that's going to be somewhat easy. Let's do that like so. And then do... Okay, so that's rebuilt. We then want to chain signal this intersection because that's how this is working. Chain signals there. I need a couple more undergrounds over here so that I can chain signal this as well. Terrible methods of doing things, but you know, that's also how it works. Okay, and now this train should be able to drive down here, right? Yeah, we can go over here. And the thing is, I mean, because this, oh no, because I set this to manual, and this has actually still got gas, so that's all fine. This train is slow, which is also acceptable. Research is also slow, which is not really acceptable. But this train, because it's empty, I can just take these things away, and this thing is now going petrogas to mixed gas, and is going to work fine. That's going to be what we're going to do. We've built more petrochem. The other thing that I need to do, now that I've done that, is the same kind of trick over here, because I want this station to also only be enabled. Why can't I reach? Yeah, this station also to only be enabled. I can't fit 4 tanks here, but I can fit 3 tanks here. So we're going to do that. Now if I've got 3 tanks here and I want to guarantee that I can fill a train, I need to get 50 things. I need to have 50,000 on a train, which means if if each of these have more than 17,000, more than 17,000, then yeah, if these have more than 17,000, then this train station is enabled. So there'll be enough to empty this onto a train. And the way I imagine this working, and it may or may not because of how I've set up the beacons, is this thing will fill up. This train will then... Are we draining this? I hope we're draining this. Who knows? Are we actually running? Yeah, a decent amount of smelting is running. I'm happy with that. Yeah, this train is going to be the only train we run for gas. And when it empties, it will go to a station that has enough gas for a complete train trip, which is either going to be this station, which with 17,000 per tank means that I'll have a total of 51, and then there's a bit of headroom to work with, or maybe, and because this station is further away, this will probably be, oh wait, let's put some radars like here. Yeah, because the other train station is further away, this one will probably take lower priority, but will probably also be the one that has more gas free, because all it's doing is supplying gas. And do I want to even... I mean, I could also just pump light oil into this thing, because I've already got the pipe going there. I need to put rail stations there anyway, but whatever. Yeah, and then I was thinking of doing a similar kind of train setup as this thing. Yeah, for the light oil and also for the gunk. So I think that's, like, that gunk processing is now the next thing we've got to go do. This mixed build is not doing anything especially fast, is it? I kind of wanted to get more stuff out. Oh no, wait, this is because I don't have the prod mods. Yeah, let's go and give it some prod mods. That's not many prod mods. I mean, probably I should have also automated a way of putting prod mods in this chest. But oh well, that's gonna at least... I don't have yellow sites because I don't yet, because I don't have LDS. So now that I've fixed that gas problem, I think I am just going to do this kind of nasty LDS boost. Sure, whatever. So we're going to have more LDS. I've still got a variety of junk in my inventory. You know, slightly dodge that train. I've only got 2. I've got a whole chest of, yeah, give me. This will be enough prod mods for a while. The thing I don't know if I have enough is stone for the purple science, and that's also going to be a thing we deal with just later. And then I've got... We can unlimit this because this is never going to be a problem. And then this one... I'm never going to need that many pots, am I? I'm just not. Yeah, and then you don't have steel because your outputs are full. All of that is just ticking away nicely. Is the front smelt face doing everything it needs to, or is it backed up again? It's backed up on copper again. So we're going to have to do something about that later. What I do want... Yeah, I've got a fair amount of this junk. Yeah, we're going to have to go and do something about the walls on the far right-hand side that are just getting too much goop now. So I'm going to need more rails. I think I'm going to need more boxes. Because this actually, yeah, this needs to be, as well as just, like, this needs to be an actual wall now, rather than just these kind of landmines and stuff. I was going to deal with this base as well, wasn't I? Yeah, I think that's what we're doing next. So this means I've already got lasers there. I've got enough flamethrower turrets. I'm going to need, more walls. Oh, military science also did because it doesn't have the walls. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to need walls. Get this stuff out of my inventory because I don't want to see it. This, oh wait, this stuff also wants to be, you know, over here or something. How many walls can I have? I mean, that probably arguably should have been purple science, but whatever. And then I need belt, and I need a couple of kind of inserters, and yeah, there's just sort of some basic. Oh, I also wanted poison grenades. Give me some of these. Over here, there's a belt of coal. Yeah, sure. And this should let me get 28 poison grenades. That's fine. You have the rest of that. Grenades not as good as poison grenades at the moment. Oh, did I get... Yeah, I think I want to set this up differently as well, don't I? I think I want this box to be over here. Like, if I do that... And if this box has the steel, of which I don't actually have very much steel, need to address that, then this at least means that I will cache, say, 4 stacks of red ammo in this box, which is going to be pretty much what I need in order to deal with the big biters that I'm seeing at the moment, even though most of the work is going to be poison grenades. You guys go back over there. Okay, back in the train, I guess. Yeah, don't want to see yellow ammo. Yellow ammo is no longer good. Red ammo there. Got the turrets. Then I need. Oh, these guys put the stuff on. Yeah, whatever. Do I have more steel somewhere? And the answer is no, because all that copper's backed up. So that's a continuing issue. Yeah, let's just go and get some basic equipment. You go back to these splitters. Give me some. That's more than I needed. I needed belt. Where is belt? Belt should be up here, right? Because it feeds the sides. Belt is all the way up here. This is a thing I know because I see this all the time in Death World. Except, you know, forgetting about it. Cool. And then is there other junk over here that doesn't need to be over here? I guess some amount of junk. Oh, those were the boxes I needed. And then I've got trains. I've got radars. Yeah, sorting that out is a thing that can happen in between. Whatever. Oh, I did want rail, because we've got to run rail out here somewhere. So I need to do, yeah, let's just go and do that. Is this pretty happy? That's pretty happy. Mixed build is probably happy, and then yeah, upgrading that is going to happen sometime, but not yet. Yeah, science kind of trickling in, sure, whatever. Okay, let's. This is not actually enough red ammo if I'm actually going to be doing anything combat-like, is it? So give me all of the red ammo you've got on the belt. have back all of that. These grenades are also probably not things I need. I don't think I think I'm using the poison capsules instead of the grenades. One of the bit stacks, oh wait, power poles. I see some power poles in here, I shall have those. And yeah, I think we've got to pick up tower 2. I think I've got almost everything I need to be sorting out more of a train station over here somewhere, and I think it needs to branch from about here, I guess. It could also branch from like here, but this is already going to be. Actually, I don't think I'm going to need to really worry about that because of how quickly these coal mines will fill the trains, but we're still going to run it from here because that sounds like a more normal thing to. I mean, I don't think anything here is a more normal thing to do, but whatever. Because this does fit. Oh no, wait. I can take the input. Yeah, I can run this a slightly different way. I can take this, because this segment here is also almost always going to be free, because that's the nature of the stackers. So if this, I can supply these train stations from a branch this way, like so. Yeah. Arguably that should have been a train signal because I'm trying to do train signal things everywhere. Yeah, let's find one of these train stations that does goop stuff, and yeah, let's just grab that much of that and put it, I guess, here. The thing I haven't done yet is figured out where I want the flamethrower range to be, because then I think I think this is still the region where I want to be engaging them. I think I want walls about here, even maybe slightly back, so that this narrow portion is where the flamethrowers are doing all their work. The thing is, I also want to get these guys done quickly. Actually, let's also get rid of all of my stuff, because it's a bit of a mess, although this one thing wants to be over here, because we've got to get this stuff. Is this at least this is at least a 2, okay, because we got like a lot of stuff in here that needs to not be in here, that can instead be on a train. I think I actually push that base first so that I'm less likely to be attacked while push that base first so I'm less likely to be attacked while I'm rearranging this entire base. The only problem, the space is tiny. What am we even worried about? Do that there, do that. Have these guys stand in the poison. They're fine. I don't even know that I shot anything. Yeah, there we go. Base pushed. So hopefully now I'm less likely to be attacked while I'm reorganizing everything, because part of what's going to happen is all the landmines are going to disappear. We're going to convert this to and then there's all this stuff. I mean, also yay, because free resources, but also so much stuff. So much stuff that it just did. That I don't want on the ground, but I do want in the processes, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right, because that's why I emptied everything out before, wasn't it? These, yeah. Remember all those episodes ago where I complained about having to move junk around by hand and that I would never have to do that again? Yeah, cool, good trick. Okay, get this stuff out of the way, get this stuff out of the way, get this stuff out of the way. I think I just give these guys the things they need. Why don't I? Oh yeah, because it's over here. So I need normal and not there, this thing wants normal and fast inserters and some belt and some splitters and some rail and some of these, and then it also wants the wall and the flamethrower turrets. Yeah, so I kind of want to line this up with a time when I'm not getting attacked, because I kind of want to reorganize everything as it turns out. Then this box can also have, yeah, whatever. Okay, because I've got over... Do I actually have... This is actually a really good point. I don't have... I've got this blueprint of wall section, which I quite like. And this is going to do what it needs to. We're just going to slap this down, but also it doesn't have lasers in it, which is a bit of a concern. These... Do I have... It looks like these cliffs are going to need to get out of the way, and maybe even this one, so we'll just do that. Yeah, this, all these, those were actually not the right things to get rid of, because I might need those. Yeah, so we've kind of cleared this junk out at the moment, haven't we? So yeah, so I think we leave these things. Actually, looking at this, there's a really good argument to have the wall about here, so that all these, in fact for multiple reasons. Number one, it puts all the biters into a smaller choke, which is cool. Number two, I can actually build this entire thing, and then with the exception of this power pole, build this entire thing, and then I don't have the undergrounds I need for the fuel supply, but that's okay because I also don't have the trains I need for the fuel supply. Yeah, have this blueprint here. These, yeah, because I wanted to end up with a nice clean blueprint of flamethrowers and lasers and all of that kind of stuff, which I still don't actually have. Okay, so that's going to be some resiliency of connection, and then I guess we figure out where lasers are going to go based on this as well. And lasers are going to do something like, I mean, is this one in the same place? This one is not on the center line, so one here is going to be not on the center line, but this means these things don't actually kind of line up in... I'm going to need some places where... Yeah, we'll do something like that, because then this here, other than the fact that I don't have... Is it from there? Yeah, this is going to be a kind of spammable piece of wall section if I get around to actually putting in these things. Is that now a nice spammable piece of wall section? I think it might be. So if we go... Option boo... Actually, first, let's check 17 and 27. So going back to the pipes, it's... Yeah, so 17 is the width that I want. So if I do option B from the top of one flamethrower to... Actually, let's do it like that. Does that get everything that I... Actually, it doesn't, does it? Because... that's not actually powering all of the things, so that's kind of annoying. Wanted a tiling blueprint, he said. Didn't build one, did he? Okay, fine. We're going to do something that's worse. Yeah, sure. Because now we can take this thing, and this should actually tile. And then snap to grid, relative size. Instead of this, we want 17, because 17 is the number that... Yeah, then not that one. 17 is the number that means that all of these things will line up. So this flamethrower here will actually line up with this one. Yeah, that's what we want. And then this one wants to disappear because we don't need it anymore. wall, laser and flamethrowers. Yeah, so we do that, and the strange station is in fact not in the way at all. Cool. And then we need to come back with stuff. And so the next thing I'm also going to need, okay, so we need to put back the tier 2 grab everything tower, which even if I put it here, looks like it'll work fine. Sure. Then we need some of these outputty things, and some of these outputty things. Technical name. These guys are not actually connected. I think you want some of these, and maybe also some of these. And, you know, we'll get around to the rest of that later. Sure. Because this has to run, I mean, it doesn't have to run, but we're going to run it over here onto this stuff. Okay, so something's getting destroyed in some other place, which is, oh, you don't have lasers. Yeah, I'd still rather set this up first to the extent that I can, and then go somewhere and deal with something else. Okay, you also need some of these. Things getting destroyed, it's probably fine. Yes, so I wanted to do a similar trick here as to the gas supply, in that I don't actually want, I've decided that I no longer want a train at each of these locations that are on a timer. I would rather just, and the same with light oil actually, I would rather have one train that sits in the trash station that then goes and visits places when they've got enough stuff. And the threshold of enough stuff, if these things are 50, then this is going to be 500. It'll be 1,500 just units of stuff of different kinds, which will be fewer stacks if there's also biter bodies in there. But can I have, yeah, this is what I want. I want a bunch of arithmetic combinators, and then I've still got, yeah, because the thing I want, why are you not powered? Are you not powered because you don't have this? Sure, just get in the thing, fine, whatever. This is probably still bits of walls. That's not what I expected. Anyway, yeah, because I want an arithmetic combinator like here, and then I think the way I wanted this set up is if this says just add everything, right? And then output to n, because I'm a mathematician, and then this thing wants to set if n is greater than 1,500, right? So this is going to be, okay, probably I should have, because of the way that these things are going to be taking things unevenly off a belt, I think I should actually probably just combine all these things. And so the output signal is now 3.5k, but I actually want the output signal to be 6k? Yeah. So this train stop is currently disabled because there isn't more than 6,000 things across these 4 chests. And when there is more than 6,000 things across these chests, this train station will enable. This now wants to be a generic name. Sorry, all the Kickstarter names. Wall junk, no trains without stop. And yeah, so now, and I think we already tested that worked, didn't it? Like, can I get, if I fill all of this stuff up, this is outputting 5k because this chest here is quite empty, so we can do something about that. And so now we've got a total of 5.5k, because maybe, yeah, I think having looked at all that, n greater than 5,000 is going to be a better limit, because this is still like quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, I should go and deal with that other thing, shouldn't I? It'll beep for a while and be fine. So yeah, so half this stuff is getting split in either direction. This arithmetic combinator is adding up all of the different input signals, is spitting out 3.7 thousand different like bits of stuff in these chests, and then when that number is more than 5,000, then I will have, wait, this isn't the correct number at all, is it? Because I've got 4 of these chests, but a wagon only has 40 stacks in it, and that means that, yeah, so this is almost a full wagon. This is actually not the right number at all. Like, this is what I want to be doing, but if I've got 20 stacks of stuff for a wagon, that's actually only 2,000 per side here, so this actually really wants to be something like 1.8. And this will give me, so this will call a train when there's almost enough to fill up a wagon, and then these guys will just fill up stuff forever. Okay, so that's the first part of that, which is kind of necessary. The second part is I also want a light oil train, which is going to be something like this, I guess. I probably should have done both of these together in one train station, but I haven't. Whatever, I guess we're doing all that separately. And then this thing, yeah, that's kind of slightly in the way, isn't it? There, and then, oh yeah, you guys need some cliff explosives, which I have. Do I have? I do in fact have the right number of cliff explosives to get all of that done, which is good. This, yeah, that, we're not going to need another pump there. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Okay. All of you can move forwards 2 tiles so that this connects in a nice way, and then this station is also going to be, yeah, rather than a copy of this thing, this is going to be, yeah, so all of these stations will be named the same, and then this, I don't have tanks with me. I knew I didn't have tanks with me. Okay, so we can't set up the rest of that until we have the rest of the stuff. Okay, but we want all of these things back because you're not going to need them anymore. And then we have to get these things. How far do I actually need? Yeah, so it's gonna be just like here-ish. Did I get that right? I did get that right. Okay, and then this one can go, and then this is gonna be chain signal in, other way around, regular signal in, chain signal back onto the rest of the network. This thing here, I think we're actually gonna go, this is still the mixed thing, so I think what we're going to do instead is have, oh yeah, because this is, maybe I just run this, because this is nearly one way. So yeah, I think we just chain signal this, and then put it back on the same track, because that's what we're already doing, which means these two need to be chain signaled, which is fine, and then these two need to be chain signaled. And everything is getting worse in a matter that I'm okay with, and then we need to go and get, yeah, we need to go and get the other stuff that station needs. Let's go back here, and then also deal with this guy, who I've actually nearly killed with flamethrowers. Although, is this guy run, yeah, so this has also run out maybe half of the oil I had in this network, because we cut it off to use up the oil so I could put the light oil in, but whatever. I think I do supply that with the train, because with that station just making gas, it could run out of light oil, because I've not actually circuit conditioned any of that stuff. Anyway, I needed tanks. General storage should be up here, right? Oh wait, if I've got all this red ammo, yeah, I don't need that red ammo anymore. And I also don't need some of that wall I will need. Tanks look like they're over here. What else did I need? I needed laser turrets and underground pipes, which I have here. Then I don't actually need to take laser turrets, because I will have laser turrets when I deconstruct the rest of that wall that's in front of me. And then I think that's everything that, yeah, that's everything that we needed. Okay, so this looks like a trash train, whatever. This train here, yeah, you come back here. And then that's not a station you want to go to, because we want to set this up differently. Wait, where is light oil? Light oil is not even over here. Light oil's all the way over here. Whatever. Okay. I think we're going to be closing in on things that we're going to get done for the last of this episode. Yeah, all of this is running fine. This gas is actually kind of full, which is nice. Yeah, this train station, this now wants to go between light oil and wall oil, empty cargo, and I can get away with this many tanks, can't I? I'm going to need more tanks later. We're just going to go full empty. And the reason why I want more, and you can also, I mean, I was going to say we can test whether or not the station works. We know the station works because I got here. Yeah, I actually need 2 tanks here. And then you wanted did you want flamethrowers? You definitely wanted underground pipes. And then you wanted laser turrets, which is also fine. Yeah, because this station here, you come back here. Okay, I guess you're going to go on a tour somewhere, whatever. This station actually only wants to run if this has less than, say, 4,000 light oil. And so if both of these things have less than 4,000 light oil, then that means that I've got 40,000 capacity, which means I can take an extra shipment, which is fine. Where's the train? This train actually wants to go to, yeah, it doesn't want to go. Actually, that is exactly what it wanted to do. It wanted to go to wall oil, empty cargo. Except that the station currently doesn't exist, which is fine, because this means that I can now have kind of supplied on demand. Actually, let's get all of this. Let's do this with a large number of bots, because we might get attacked. Let's get all of these things out of the way. And then also these things. Yeah, this is better, isn't it? So now also these laser turrets are going to end up in position, which is fine. Hopefully we've got enough bots to get all that done before any more attacks turn up, and it looks like we do. But yeah, we're now, I think this is going to be the next thing I do. Maybe I do one example of this before calling the episode. You guys are all still just charging, are you? Why do you not pick this stuff up off the ground? Are you already running out of space for... You're not. I don't know what your problem is. Oh, it's going to be some of these bots charging still have those jobs. Okay, whatever, sure. Yeah, let's set up some of this kind of stuff so we can have an example of how I hope this works. And let's go over here. Oh yeah, so... Oh wow, we actually need to kind of deal with that, don't we? Okay. Let's go down here instead. Yeah, it's kind of important. Do we have... is this one? No, because that blinking stopped, and this blinking stopped. So that's fine. So we just need to put some laser turrets down here. So we repaired all the wall behind it after it came in, and there's a bot, like, carefully repairing all of that stuff. But also, I don't have the laser turrets because I gave away all the laser turrets, and I also don't have bullets. So I guess we're doing this with a shotgun. I guess that's how this is going to work today. Fortunately, I do have quite a lot of damage upgrade. Okay, so that's the second to last thing we're going to do today. The last thing we're going to do is go and set up this other station in a way that means I will be able to get rid of a large number of the trains on schedule and just be doing supply and demand things with disabling train stations, which is in many ways a bad idea, but also most of this network is deliberately a bad idea anyway, and it's more going to be about having fewer trains and knowing that these things are never going to block up because I'm only going to have one of these trains running anyway. So over here, we want to take... I do actually need another thing, don't I? Because otherwise there's never going to be enough in this. But yeah, so we're going to do the same thing here. We'll wire this thing to here. We'll then do... where is it? This train station. Copy this train station, put it here. Did that also pick up... that was the wrong train station. Cool. I actually wanted the oil train station for that. Kind of an important distinction. Yeah, so if I have less than 4k light oil here, I need another tank to make sure that the train that arrives doing its supply fully offloads. But then I need arithmetic combinator here, and I want to wire all these things together to there, and then this thing to here, and check this condition. Copy that configuration to here, so this output is now... the output is now nothing, because there's nothing in these chests, which is kind of the point. You don't get any of those anymore. And then the station... copy that station, put it here. This is now the wall junk station. I don't really need to worry about a train station on there, because I'm only going to have one train running any of these routes. And this is going to run... wall junk, you stop, inactivity, yeah, wall junk inactivity to dismembered corpse party empty, and let's go check what this thing does, because the plan is this train station is now off because it doesn't need light oil. This train station is now off because there's not enough junk here to make all of this worthwhile. Whereas this train station here is also off because it's got all the oil it needs, but this train station is on. Right? Yeah, sure, because it's got a lot of junk in these boxes that is worth picking up. So we've disgorged all of those corpses into the party, which is fine, and now we are, yeah, heading to the other station to pick up all the other corpses. So yeah, I think we're probably going to leave it. Let's watch this new section of wall do everything that it needs to. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, the bots are still running out and repairing the walls in the middle of the fire, but you know, whatever. How many repair packs do you have? Enough, whatever. And so yeah, so we're loading this train, that's fine. These things could be stack inserters, but also, actually, that's kind of a decent point, because at this point, I'm only having trains at the station when there's enough in these boxes to make this loading worthwhile, so we may as well do that quickly. So these are going to fill themselves up. This train, that's the wrong button. 24 stacks of stuff, 32 stacks of stuff. I mean, this isn't ever necessarily going to fill up, but it is going to just take a lot of stuff. It's going to have nearly full wagons. Like this is I'm happy seeing this amount of stuff go into a wagon. Happy that this is a decent amount of stuff to be sending a train to collect. And then this thing is output signal is still actually, there's still a lot of stuff in this train. In this sort of cache. So this train station still exists. But when we're probably close to the activity, aren't we? Yeah, we're okay. So we're not. I guess it's going to kind of reset in an annoying way because it's entirely possible that there will be partially full stacks of things here with more things arriving, except that the trigger on the pickup tower is slow enough that there's definitely going to be inactivity. If everything is already in the chest, the stuff coming off the pickup tower is going to be happening at some slow rate, like something like once every 60 seconds or 90 seconds. I think it's 60 seconds for pickup tower 2s. So that's all still going to work. This guy's going to hoon in here. Actually, if I only have one train here, and this thing is double-sided, I don't need this branch of rail at all, because I'm going to be doing this all with one train. So that's also a thing that I might set up differently between episodes. But yeah, we're getting two boxes of stuff out. We're processing all of that. I made more of that, didn't I? Yeah. So this is all doing everything it needs to. Yeah. One other thing that I'm going to do while I was here, I don't think there's any trains running down here, so it's probably fine, is this switcheroo currently happens between, was this mediums and like different kinds of mediums, whereas I think actually I want, these guys are process small spitters? Really? Small splitter? These, okay. This is a good thing to have checked, because those were actually all wrong. These, medium biter, okay, so that's, and then these are all bigs because they're all both the same, yeah. So I think, because there's a thing about the amount of stuff you get out of these, that, yeah, the mediums are 2 bones and 2 flesh, whereas the smalls were 1 bones and 1 flesh, and then the bigs are 3 bones and 4 flesh. So I think I actually want this lane balancing thing kind of maybe here, like that. Sure. And then this is actually, this is medium biter. Okay, so I got that bit fairly right. Am I taking? Yeah, so I've got to go back there and do a thing again, especially as I'm running down that crude. Okay, yeah, that I'll do between episodes. This we've all got nicely set up. Why don't I have any bones? Interesting. I was expecting to be dealing with, in that case, you don't want to exist, or this one will get out of the way, and we'll just like have a piece of bone there so we can keep that setting in case I need to do something with that later. Okay, I was kind of expecting to have an equal number of bones and flesh, and somehow I've ended up with more flesh than bones, whatever. Yeah, in between we'll visit here, and we'll do, actually was this was all the same copy-pasted wall, wasn't it? So there should be a point where I can figure out how this lines up. Like here? So now we're just gonna boost that wall, which is fine. Like, I don't have the laser turrets that it needs, but that's also okay. Yeah, so we'll go down at some point in between episodes. We'll go down and give that stuff. We'll give it the laser turrets it needs. We'll get that built. I'll run around the different stations and reconfigure them like these ones, so that the station only operates when there's enough stuff to be worth collecting. And at the moment there's like tiny amounts of stuff in each of these things, and so this combinator is saying there's only like there's really not that much stuff. 97 15.6, yeah, it looks about right, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like it's doing the math in the way I expected it to. Yeah, and then we'll come back and probably upgrade all of this mixed build to maybe red belt. active red belt and assembler 3s and more prod mods, because we could be processing more stuff but we're not, is basically the thing with this. Like this is still, oh, this is actually input blocked. Interesting. Not entirely surprising, because I'm getting less than, oh, it's actually, it's blocked on that kind of initial parser thing. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we can upgrade all of that. Yeah, good stuff. All of these. Oh yeah, these things have apparently never worked. So let's just throw that in there. Get us some more LDS out. Let's check on how well the science is doing, and it's still just short on LDS because I never actually boosted the LDS, because that's great. These guys are doing everything they need to, also blocked on steel in a way that's kind of fine, because the nature of, I mean, these guys are already going faster anyway. These things are crafting speed 1, whereas these things are still 0.75, even though I'm getting more productivity out. Need to do module upgrades. That science is kind of going. The steel is actually not getting all of the iron it could, because I'm again blocked on copper, so that might be a thing we look at later as well. Does that mean that all of this is... Why? Because I'm blocked on, because I don't have gas? That's, oh, because I don't have... Ah, okay. Because all of this stuff is blocked up. Yeah, because all of this stuff is blocked up, I'm not processing this stuff off the train, which means I don't have coal, which means I don't have gas, which means I don't have plastic, which means I don't have red chips, which means I don't have the copper drawer that I would need to empty this out and be pulling this stuff off the train in order to get the coal I would need to unblock all of that. So that's pretty representative of DivOresity, really. Everything depends on everything else in kind of annoying ways, and I think we just have to... I think I have to re-engineer all of this so that this pure copper feed happens, like, absolutely last. Because at the moment, this copper feed, any overflow copper, needs to go in here, and if this isn't running, then I don't get almost everything in the base, as it turns out. But yeah, good times. Reorganized some of these trains. Like, this train will probably just sit here, because there isn't an active station, which is entirely the point. And then this will also let me expand without having to commission new trains, because I can just put on borders anywhere I want. Put a train station here, like so, and the trains that need stuff will call trains for the stuff they need, and no extra trains will appear to collect all the junk until there's actually an amount of stuff that's worth collecting. So that's definitely better. We got some things done today. Yeah, sure.